Yeah, because turning that into a yoga studio was quite a bit. I mean, fortunately, I'm a big believer that art direction is everything.
Oh,
that scene doesn't look the same without our really talented art director.
Chelsea Corman.
She was amazing.
Yeah. It looks amazing.
She transforms so many things.
Yeah, she's very.
It's crazy how important that is, right? It's like cinematography and direction. There's so many things that you have to take care of.
Yeah.
And once on set, if there's no one taking care of that aspect, it's like it doesn't matter how.
Right. I think, and that what I always speak to is when you're asking one person to do more than one role, like they're having to split their brain.
Yeah.
And especially for videographers that are producing, writing, directing, editing, all the things, it's like, yeah, one person is capable of doing that, and we've all done that early in our career, but. Yeah. That means I can't give 100% to writing or to directing. If I'm also having to art direct, like it's not going to come out the way you want because I don't have that. I'm one human, you know.
It's the way to start your career. I mean, you even look at Christopher Nolan talk about his first film, like right out of college. They were a really small, robust team, but they shot it over the course of a year. Just like one day here, one day there with this like small crew. So look at what he's turned into now. It's a way to get your foot in the door. Because I ultimately think the way you wind up working with people is how you tell these stories, and they're these little ripples you make, and just like you never know how far they travel. So just always make sure that you're making this like really beautiful thing. And like we're talking about a commercial that we shot 2 years ago. We've done a ton of work since then, right?
Yeah.
So it's great that it holds. It's still it's like a really nice looking piece, and it's dated 2 years.
Well, and we want to be proud of the work that we put out, and at least the projects that I work on, speaking to intentionality, I don't want my sets to feel staged. I want it to feel lived in. I want it to feel messy and homey and organic. And that's really where great art directors come in and can make it feel like that, because it's really hard to do that as one person.
100%.
They're the fine line between good and great, in my opinion.
For sure.
Like sometimes we don't have them on certain projects. And we just shot it was a good budget, but we shot it was a grocery store commercial, and the director, he came back to me and was like asking about a few little things. I was like, I think it's a really, really good spot. I'm really proud of it. It looks really great. But we didn't have an art director. And so our character doesn't really pop from the background because we were very limited in what we could do. You know, I don't know what anything's going to look like going into it. We didn't have one, so I wasn't able to talk about what we could and couldn't do. Then we get there, and they have these grocery racks in the back, and they're black racks. And then we casted an African-American, and he's wearing a navy shirt. So it's just lots of dark layers. And then we didn't even, look at how we were putting food into the shelves. Like, what are the colors of the boxes? What color of shirt is the person wearing that you're talking to? What ethnicity are they? Like, how color contrast of everything play into all of it. And we didn't address it. And so nothing really pops. We have depth in the warehouse space, but the colors don't pop between each other, which is when we get into stuff like this. I mean, Chelsea just made tiny, tiny layers everywhere. I mean, we could fold the set in over and over and over for tie shots, and it played every shot.